Yo, welcome back to the BST4 channel. What's going on? What's happening? We're continuing on with Wire Week, where we are trying to install a Tach in this situation. I'm gonna tell you straight up right now, it doesn't work. But I'm gonna go through the motions and show you what I have done. Now, let's start with power. I'm gonna look for our trusty thing here. All right, let's get to it. Now, this one here is the power feed. As you can see here, it lights up, right? That goes to this thing here. No power, correct? No power. So we're gonna hook this up, right? Momentarily. We'll find some kind of way to get it to stay on. So this should have power. We got it now, right? You know what I mean? It's the one right there. So we disconnect it again. We go back. There is no power. So we know that that is the one that really rocks. So to make this this little Tach adapter thing, let's see, the plain green wire, or the plain red wire I should say, goes to this here and blah blah blah. So let me go ahead and hook that up and see how everything goes. All right, so we have this rocking. So this is the red and green wire, right? Off of this is going to that part that goes to this COP right here, and you know that is there. So now we're going to go ahead and check this. This should light up. See, lights up. So we'll install this back some kind of way, right? And we'll start the car up. Should start. Now I got my Tach, I got my ground that's right here on the bolt, but there's a weird thing that happens. It doesn't work, man. You know, I got the gauges all hooked up and everything with my Mustang situation here, looking pretty decent. You can see from the jump, there is no Tach situation. All right, so what we started to do is, right, we're wondering if there's a difference between this one or the civilian type. Now over here we started to cut the wires. We're going to take that meter and we're going to install it right here. We're cutting the wires, same situation. I tested everything out. I got my ground here, oh not my ground, this is my Tach wire. We're going to put the bolt right here. We're going to add it up, same meter, or adapter as I say, and we're going to install it right now and see how it works with the same tachometer. So I'm going to install the same thing. We're going to do it the same way. We're going to ground it up. Take this little bolt out here. Gloves are looking crazy, but we're going to work with it. I'm going to ground this joint up. We're using the same joint. Behind the scenes, man, I bought me an autometer 9117 and I thought it was defective, right? So I went and I said, you know what, I'm going to buy a used one, because you know this is BST4 channel. We buy used parts because used parts normally work and people are just done with them and they get new stuff. So I said, you know what, let me go buy this one. It was a little bit cheaper, still cost a little bit of money, but somehow I trusted the guy because I said, you know what, I think this thing works. So let me go ahead and wire this stuff up and get right back to you. So all right, now we're inside here. Now to explain a few things, that's that black wire, the Tach wire right here. Now we're going to install this here, but before we even do that, I'm going to show you the wires that we just hooked up. Same meter and everything. We got everything you know, wired up. See, red wire down there at the bottom. This one here goes to this thing here. Green wire, got the Tach wire, everything going on. So that should be a go. And we're just gonna hook up this gauge, this cluster and everything. Seat belt lights on, check engine light turns on, turns off when the car is on though, but, and you see, the Tach works. Now, we sitting here like, yo, what's up with that? Now, mind you, I wired up everything pretty much the same, just like that car over there. Now we're trying to see what is the deal, why. Now, through my travels, what I'm learning is that Some cars work, some cars don't work. Now, what you may have to tap into is this gray plug that's over here. Now this goes to the crank sensor. And we might have to tap into the signal to the crank sensor. And that's probably how we're going to get that to work. Okay, don't be fooled, man. It's the next day. We were talking about tapping into this and trying to get some crank sensor and something like that. Well, listen here. Crank sensor got 5 volts. So it sends out a 5 volt signal. So this mechanism uses a 12 volt signal. So that's not going to work. So what I did was I said, okay, since this one worked, right? We installed everything back. We put this box back on. Let me tell you something, man. You won't even believe. Put everything back. You know, it was working. And lo and behold, it's not working now. But I'm going to tighten this bolt up and see if it needed a good ground. I don't know. Battery is nice and charged. Everything. We go inside here. Oh, check the wires again. See them? Red down below. And green, and a red and green stripe up top. Correct? You see it. And it worked before, prior on the video. Ah, man, same dash, same everything, right? All right, we go. Where's my keys? Upset, man, upset. Playing these games with these cars, man, upsetting me, man. Tach don't work no more. Just that simple. You can, no signal. The wire isn't connected because the wire is right down here. As you can see, this is the wire and it's not working at all. That's the wire. And you guys seen it in the video. It already worked and everything was all good. So I thought. It doesn't even work, man. So
more moments later.
All right, lo and behold, man, I got real pissed off and I started hitting this daggone box. Right? So let's jump in here, man. All right, turn the key, right? And we have a Tach again. This is why wire week is so important. Because if I was trying to do the heads and anything, you know, this just wouldn't work out so well, man. So I may just button this thing up, leave it just like that. I'm gonna get some self-tapping screws or whatever, man. Leave it somewhere just like that and just deal with it. If it don't work, knock on it. With this Crown Victoria, man, we did not get the Tach installed, man, so this one here is a fail. So we're going to be ordering some more parts for Wire Week, and we're going to be getting that underway. But now I switched the gears and said, you know what, let's go install all of this over here. So I did all the wiring to put the Mustang Tach in there, or the cluster I should say. I tapped on that thing, it got it to work again, and we're good on this note. Now with the Maverick fuel system, man, the fuel pump, right, the hose wasn't legit. It soaks up in the gas and it gets real soft and it pulls itself out. That's what happens. But what it can do, or what I should have done was, is when I start the car, turn it off at the fuel pump first, drain all the gas out of it, then turn off the car. Then it has no pressure in the lines and it will last a little bit longer. Or don't put that much gas in the car until we get a fuel cell for it. Now, here's the deal. Been doing the wiring, everything, checking out the wires, checking out the labels that I've done and everything. And what I'm doing is trying to clean things up. I may need to change this box. See how I broke this? This is, you know, and it's kind of like, you know, loose and everything. So I need to really get that situated and sorted out. And I'm really still trying to figure out where I'm going to locate that. I don't really know. And then, the other thing. I've been cleaning this thing off a little bit, just taking the grime out. Now you can see the grooves in here. I was gonna cut this, then I changed my mind. Then I was gonna cut it again, and then I changed my mind again because I thought about something that I need to do. I may cut just right around here, kind of clean it up a little bit and then work with that. But all that grit that was there, it's in here. You guys don't understand. All of that in there. It's crazy. Man, behind the scenes, man, I've been doing some wiring. Just trying to label some stuff like this here. This is all the stuff that I may need to power up the ECU and, you know, all the relays and everything, because these are like relay wires and stuff like that. Some stuff go to the O2 sensors and everything like that. Now these wires over here, suspect. Don't really know what I'm doing with those. These over here I don't really need. Extra power wires, you can kind of use them for something else, but I don't know. Then on this harness here, O2 sensors, light blue and orange. See, 4 O2s. There you go, or 2 O2s, either way. And Tach wire, and all I need from off of this is the temperature gauge for the engine. And then on this over here, it's only all these wires. I'm gonna need nothing but this many. That's how that's gonna work. So man, I want to thank you guys for watching this episode of Build Something TV. Hope you guys were bored out of your mind with some wiring stuff, man, because wiring is boring. It ain't fun. It ain't great. It's boring. But behind the scenes, I got to go tackle something else on my Crown Victoria. The exhaust is leaking. So in Wire Week, I got to do the exhaust. But I want you to check out a few channels out there. My man Jay, check him out on YouTube, man. He got like a fleet of Crown Victorias. He does the daggone cluster swaps and everything, man. Check him out. Then check out my man Dirt and Grease. He really get down and dirty with it, man. Click like and subscribe, man, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Oh man, let me get back to this engine here, cleaning back up inside the garage, and we will see you on the next one. Later.